Hello, welcome back. I am doing a short video because I've been intrigued to share this. I watched a Steve Harvey video or, live recording, yeah, of Steve Harvey when when two beautiful kids, a boy and two girls, shared and wrote to him or sent him a video asking, could you help our single mom to find a husband or like a partner? And the beautiful part of it, they had the quality. They said the guy should be God-fearing because the mom had really taken care of them. And they thought that it was time that their mom found love. Okay. So after they sent, they're in their 20s around, I don't know, 19, 20, and yeah, right. So they come to the show with their mom, a very beautiful lady. And now the part that makes me want to do this video is when Steve had successfully gotten three men. And this type of men, I have to tell you, they were both ideal. They were both ideal. So I'll categorize them. I call the first one the God-fearing man. The other one is the career-oriented man or driven man. And the other one was, I would put him as the family-oriented person. Now, I want you to pick it from online dating or dating site perspective. Think of these people as ideal and potentials to the extent that you have filtered out all the jokers. So you have three good potentials. But what makes it outstanding or what makes particular person stand out? So at first, I just listened within the first 1 minute of the conversation of their introduction, or even immediately they walked in, listened to the mom, listened to the kids, and then I was like, I'm going to the comment section. And in the comment section, everyone, almost like 98%, are rooting for this one guy. So this guy is because of the way he introduced himself. Remember, they wanted a guy who will blend into the family. For their mom, they also asked mom, of course, this is what your kids want, but what do you want yourself? Now back to the main point. The guy who is called the God-fearing man one, he said that even they asked for the long-term goal. So he said he wants a God-fearing woman, and even his long-term, he want to serve the church. You know, it is a beautiful one. But I want you to notice that when someone leads with faith and kindness, it shows emotional depth, and it's very good. Yeah, it's a very nice trait. It's a very, very beautiful one, but you still need the chemistry. So besides us talking about, faith and compatibility, which is a big factor, he could be God-fearing and nice partner, but are you compatible? Do you have the chemistry? Okay, faith is important, religion is important, but what about the chemistry you have? Okay, let's go to the second guy I called career-driven or career-oriented guy. He was ambitious. His point was, I want an intelligent lady because in my business field, I want to, like, when they talk career-wise, and he wants to introduce the woman also in this involved in a conversation, which is a very nice point. When your guy or your man or your woman just want to include you in conversations or in future, introduce you to the friends and work business partners, he will need someone who is intelligent. So he put it as intelligent, smart, or who could even understand or express herself. So that's what he needed. But remember, ambition is very attractive, okay? But we also need the space for connection, okay? So does he make the space for connection despite the career orientation or being career oriented? Do you make the space for connection as a person and not as a business person? What about between him and the mom? That's the point. Good. So, so career versus relationship balance is something that you have to check on. It's not only going to be career, and his point are valid, and this guy was also ideal, and it's good. And I am sure because I did not in this clip that how it ended was not shown, so people were like everyone was having the opinion. And to tell you how good it was, there is a nice lady there in the comment who said, "Please, Steve, give me one of the leftovers. Whatever the woman picks, give me one of the remaining two because they were that good." So let's go to the guy who also personally I have to say that I was in for this guy. So when the guy walked in, the first time he sat, he talked to the lady in a nice manner. He was very respectful. I also have to say he must have done his research well. Okay. The others were in the 50 and 60. In one is retired, other in 50s. This one look a little bit younger, but not like younger than the two. But that's not what makes him outstanding. He spoke to the lady softly. And when he came, this is what he said. The guy said, I have been working in this particular field, and I have been granted to travel to some place. I forgot the name of the place, on a holiday or something he won. And he said now it was a trip for one, but since I just stepped feet here, I think it's going to be a trip for two or a trip for five. And everybody was, because he was the first to speak, that just blew up everything was like, yes. You know why? Because he came and did not say, I'm family oriented person. No, 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 no. He came and said it was a trip for one, and now it can be a trip for two. That is him and the lady and the mother, or for five. So it could, whichever. If the kids want to join, then it's going to be for the mom and the three kids and him, five people. That is someone who has communicated about what? Family, being family oriented. So it's not about the words, I'm God fearing, I am a career oriented person, I am someone who loves family, because you had someone is a single mother or have kids and they want a connection, and you use what you hear about them or from their profile or about them to make them get what they want to hear. So when he came, he spoke those words. It was just, that's it. So what I would say is that the trip for two or five moment, that line wasn't just smooth. It really showed he was thinking about, her life, the life of the mom, and also, and not just the looks, because the lady is beautiful. So it's not just about the looks, like, yeah, she's beautiful and we've seen, and the kids are cool, and the kids want involvement of this particular person to be part of their family and be involved. No. And the kids were also given time to question them, and that was cool. But that particular moment when he said that, everybody was like, this is action, these are not words. So we look at the family values. So I need you to know that, like, online dating, for instance, it gives you these particular three good ideal men, yeah. But the right man is the one whose words match his actions. It's about action against words. So coming to say, I'm God fearing, I'm looking for a God fearing man, a man who is generous, who can take care of me. Does the action of the man, or even yourself, what you portray or you say you are, does it match your action and not just the words you wrote down, right? So we do what we call spotting authenticity in online, whichever platform you meet someone, be it social media or on the dating platforms, yeah? So don't chase perfection, look for alignment. And finally, the right man doesn't just fit your profile, he fits your piece. I wrote that down. I wanted to share that with you. And thank you so much. Catch you in the next one. Bye.